Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another Toy Fair Reveals video. As you know, Toy Fair 2019 just happened over the weekend, and well, there were so many action figures that were debuted. I had to break it up in a few different videos, and today I want to talk about Transformers. So there were a lot of really cool Transformers Siege figures that were revealed, as well as some interesting Cyberverse figures. So let's go ahead and see what came out. So first up, we've got Jetfire from Transformers Siege, and this looks gorgeous. I'm hoping that this is going to be on par with the Ultra Magnus. Jetfire has always been one of my favorite characters, or Skyfire, whatever you want to call him, and this definitely just sings out the G1 cartoon for me. I did see a picture where this mode had the Decepticon logo on there, so I don't know if it's going to have a panel that can flip the symbols, or maybe it's going to come with some stickers. I guess we'll find out. Now here's what I'm presuming is the powered up mode, which I guess this is supposed to be like the Robotech style of the figure that we got in the 80s, kinda, sorta, I don't know. It looks neat, but it doesn't look as cool as the other mode, in my opinion. So here we have the jet mode, and this looks awesome. I mean, it straight out just looks like the old cartoon to me, with a little bit more armor or weaponry up at the top. I can't say enough on this. This just looks really, really good. And it was interesting, one of the pictures I saw looks like his hand can open and close so that he has the 5mm port to hold a weapon, or you can close fist it, which is an interesting gimmick. Next up, we've got Mirage, and this looks really, really good. I am digging the color scheme, the G1 style. I hope that we get a Takara Legends release of this in a translucent plastic to give him his invisible mode. I think that would be a lot of fun. And here we have the vehicle mode for Mirage, which is very cool looking. I'm definitely digging him. It's interesting. It looks like he's got a closed canopy, which is nice. It's a little different. And is that a gun back there? I'm not really sure what's going on. Next up, we have a must-get for me. It is the Leader Class Optimus Prime. We knew this was coming, and this is gorgeous looking. This, of course, is an homage to was it Galaxy Convoy, Space Galaxy Convoy, or whatever they called him. I mean, this thing looks awesome, and it's basically a slight redeco of the Ultra Magnus figure, which is fine with me because that's a good toy. Here we have the Leader Class Optimus in the kind of Voyager mode, and with the arms there, it almost kind of looks like a nod to the Armada Prime, but I think we're actually going to get an Armada Prime style figure at some point. I swear I saw a picture of that, and I don't know, this one looks okay, but it definitely looks a lot better in the Leader Class mode. Here we have the Optimus Cab mode, and it's basically a redeco of the Ultra Magnus, and I mean, you could really, really see it in there. And it's okay looking, but yeah, it's got to have the trailer for me. So here we have the Leader Class Prime in the vehicle mode with the trailer, and yeah, this thing looks pretty tough. I definitely see the Ultra Magnus in there, but they've added some additional parts to it, and the coloring. This is definitely going to be a fun figure. Cannot wait to get this guy. And here we have a look at Thundercracker. The Tetra Jets, definitely something I want to pick up. I like the look of them. I think they look very G1-esque, and they got some pretty large cannons there, so they'll be fun to get a new set of Seekers. Hopefully they do the full 6 squad. I'd like to have the Coneheads as well, and it'd be an easy modification. And here we have the Tetra Jet itself, very War of Cybertron or War for Cybertron looking, which, you know, it should be. It's funny, somebody made mention it looks like, what is it, the Viper from Battlestar Galactica, and it really does. I kind of want to get one and repaint it in that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And, you know, in addition to, you know, all 6 of the G1 Seekers, it'd be fun to get the Cybertronian versions too, like with Sunstorm and Acid Rain and all those guys. I think it'd be fun to have just a full set of these, and we'd buy them. We will buy them, Hasbro. Make them. Next up, we have a Siege Red Alert, and this is nothing but a straight repaint of Sideswipe, which, I mean, he really should be, because that's what he was in the G1 cartoon. He does have some Cybertronian on him, which is kind of cool, and he comes with this little axe. It'd be cool if they came with a alternate head that had the red eyes on it from the episode where he kind of went nuts. I think that would be kind of fun, but we won't get that. We'll have to customize that. And here we have the vehicle mode, which is basically Sideswipe with some lights on the top. You know, looking at this, I mean, it looks good. I definitely want this figure. I still want a Tiger Track and just a retool of this to become Sideswipe, or not Sideswipe, but Sunstreaker. I think that would be a lot of fun. So next up is a 100% must-have. It's Omega Supreme, and this thing looks awesome. So this is our Titan class figure for this Siege line, and I mean, I cannot fault it for anything, really. And that's just by looking at this CG render picture. I was debating on getting Gabriel or the other third-party Omega, but I think I'm just going to wait for this guy. It looks really nice, and just really glad to finally see this guy in a modern toy line. So here we have the base mode, and the one thing I will say, I think the track is a little too small and the rocket looks a little too long, but overall, I mean, it captures what he's supposed to look like, and you know, that's nice. I don't know, I almost still want to get a Gabriel to go with. I've got the, what was it, Year of the Dragon, I think, Omega Supreme with the upgrade kit, and I may have to do a toy versus toy on that one just to do a comparison, because I really like that one too. Next up is Megatron. So this is a repaint. This is the Combat Megatron, and it's an exclusive figure. It's a repaint of the Voyager Megatron that we'd gotten, and I believe this is the same Megatron that we got with the Double Pretender, G2-ish. Which is kind of cool. I want a straight G2 Megatron tank, though. I think that would be nice. It's got Megatron across the chest there. I will say the cannon looks very cool with that faded paint. Hopefully they keep that on there. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting one, and probably one I'll pick up because I like the kind of weird one-offs. Next up, we've got the Siege Springer figure, and again, I like the way this looks. Very 1986 movie. One of my favorite characters from the film, and I'm liking the kind of battle damage paint scheme on him. I think it'll look well if they do it like they did Magnus and Sideswipe. Here we have the helicopter mode, which looks pretty good. I don't think it looks as strong as the robot mode, but I mean, it does what it needs to do, I guess. And you know we're going to get a Sandstorm retool out of this guy, which is fine. And then, of course, we have the vehicle mode, which I think looks a lot stronger than the helicopter. I just hope that the blades that kind of turn into the weapon mount up there at the top comes off of the vehicle, as he didn't have that in the show. But other than that, I'm really digging this guy. Next up, we have Impactor, and I was kind of surprised to see this guy on the list here. This is not one I was expecting, nor is he one of my favorites, really. I do like the color scheme. I think that looks pretty decent, but I don't know. He's kind of a meh figure for me. And here we have his tank mode, which looks pretty good. Again, I like the color scheme. Looks pretty nice. I don't know. He's just kind of there for me. I'll probably pick him up, but I'm not super stoked. And then we found out we're getting some new Siege figures that really interest me. We've got Skybite here, and this is kind of this armored group of smaller, they're probably going to be legend size figures, and we'll be able to intermix some parts on them to give them some kind of battle armor type stuff. But I'm really digging this animated Skybite. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And this was another surprise. We're getting a new Gnaw figure, which is cool. Some Sharktacon love. I like the animated look, and hopefully they will be cheap enough that you can army build, and plentiful enough. And here we have a look at Gnaw in his Sharktacon mode, and it's cool that he's actually a warrior class, not like Legends. And then we get Deadlock here, and I'm not really sure who that is. If you guys know, leave a comment down below. Now, this was a piece that I was really excited to see, the Spark Armor Optimus Prime with the Arc. I think this looks really cool. Picture from Cybertron.com, of course. Yeah, the thing looks awesome. So it looks like we get an Optimus Prime, you can load the Arc on the back of him, and then the Arc transforms into an armor piece for Optimus, and oh, this is a must-have for me. Here's another Spark Armor Optimus that looks pretty cool, where he gets a jet. This kind of reminds me of the, what was it, IDW comic, where Optimus had Starscream's wings and guns. That just looks really fun to me. Alright, and then we've got some other ones. We got Bumblebee with a battleship. That looks weird. And the Megatron and a helicopter, which doesn't look too bad. I kind of like that one. And we're getting some new Scout class figures, which I don't particularly care much for. The Grimlock seems kind of interesting, and is that Starscream in a Gerwalk mode? Plus, we're going to get some new tiny turbo changers for the Cyberverse. The Black Arachnia actually looks kind of cute. I wouldn't mind getting that one, and the Grimlock. And finally, we're getting a figure I thought was initially a joke. It's going to be a GameStop exclusive Ectotron. So it's a combination of Ghostbusters and Transformers based off of apparently an IDW comic that's coming out, which the Ecto 1 looks amazing. This is definitely one I'm going to pick up. And the coolest thing about this figure, they're going to put it in a G1 style box, which is awesome. I love this. It says Ectotron, Ecto 1. Just going to be a fun one. I think I'm going to have to get two of them. One to keep in a box and one to pull out and transform for review. I don't know what the price is on this, and I know the sellout is going to happen quickly if it hasn't happened already, which means I'm probably going to have to pay a higher price. But I think it's going to be worth it. So there it is. Transformers that were revealed at Toy Fair this year in New York. What do you guys think? What do you want? Leave a comment down below. Jump over to my Facebook page. Join the conversation from there. I'd love to hear from you, and look for reviews on these toys when they get released later this year. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.